A fundamental belief of Islam is that the Quran is a record of the exact words revealed by God through the angel Gabriel to the Prophet Muhammad. It was memorized by Muhammad and then dictated to his companions, and written down by scribes, who cross-checked it during his lifetime. Not one word of its 114 chapters, surahs, has been changed over the centuries, so that the Quran is in every detail the unique and miraculous text which was revealed to Muhammad 14 centuries ago. The Islamic belief that no word of the Quran has changed is put in question by a rather unique ancient manuscript, a palimpsest, known as Dam 01-27.1. It was discovered by Muslims in 1972 at the ancient Great Mosque of Saana in Yemen. According to the latest academic studies, aided by the use of ultraviolet photography, this palimpsest contains many differences when compared with today's Arabic Quran. They range from different and missing words and dissimilar spelling to a changed order of surahs and words within verses. The find is part of a bundle of parchments thought to be the oldest surviving copies of the Quran. A palimpsest is a manuscript from which a text has been scraped or washed to make room for another one in order to reuse the expensive parchment. Such a process would normally only be done after several centuries. Since on the majority of the 38 leaves a primary text is visible and both texts contain parts of over 70% of today's Quran, the palimpsest under discussion must be a remnant of two previously complete, yet different Qur'ans. Folio 16R, which we are looking at now, contains Surah 9, verses 70 to 80 in the less visible primary writing and Surah 30, verses 26 to 40 in the better visible secondary writing. In the following examples, changed words from the primary writing are compared with the standard text, STT. These changes represent only a very small part of a much bigger, in-depth analysis conducted by Dr. Elizabeth Puen. The words missing in the text form of the Old Manuscript are indicated by the empty box with a black frame. The shaded area indicates uncertainty. Instead of the word Jahannam, hell, found in the standard text, the Old Manuscript version contains the synonym El Naru, the fire, found in the box with the interrupted frame. The word Yaqsimuna, in the Old Manuscript, found in the box with the interrupted frame, has been replaced by the different, yet synonymous, Yahlifuna, they swear, in today's Quran. The words that follow, crossed with horizontal lines, have been reconstructed with certainty. Behind the kuf of kalimat, the word, a part of the manuscript is missing. The grey, shaded area indicates uncertainty about the original word. The room left on the parchment allows only for kalimata, el-kufri, the word of the disbelief. The next line in the manuscript starts with Wahamubin alamiyanalu. Therefore, the phrase Wakafarubada islamihim and disbelieved after their pretense of Islam is only found in the today's standard text. The three words missing in the text form used by the Old Manuscript are again indicated by the white box with a black frame. Whereas the secondary text of the examined palimpsest comes close to the content of today's Quran, it is still not 100% identical. None of the numerous changes under discussion are mentioned in the Qur'an literature that is concerned mostly with methods of pronunciation used in the recitations of the Quran. The changes are also different from those found in the collections of the Quran by Ibn Masud, known primarily for the absence of Surah 1, 113 and 114, and Ubayd bin Kab, who listed two additional surahs. Some may ask, was it just a bad copy of the Quran used by those whom the Uthmanic text, the authorized version, had not yet reached? There are several problems with such an assumption. One palimpsest, DAM01-27.1, has been proven to actually contain 4 different Qur'ans, a complete primary and secondary text, and both showing later corrections. Therefore we are not just dealing with 1 but 4 bad copies within the first Islamic century. If the Uthmanic text had not yet reached the mosque, upon what basis were the corrections of the 2 different texts made? 2. The Great Mosque of Saana, where the manuscripts were found, was built in the 6th year of the Hijra by one of Muhammad's companions. It was a center of Islamic learning and as such must have been supplied with Uthman's text immediately and urgently, since the Qur'ans found in any mosques have naturally been in use among the Muslims. 3. Since even the secondary text with the corrections does not resemble the Uthmanic text 100%, the question arises as to why it was not corrected when the authorized version arrived. To keep a different Qur'an in an Islamic center of learning is a recipe for passing on false teachings. For more information on this sensational discovery and to find out what consequences it can have, please visit answering-islam.org/author/oscar/palimpsest.html.